The new Epstein files prove that morally depraved Satanists run this world. Celebrities, politicians, and famous CEOs have all been implicated. These documents include FBI intake forms, internal email chains, financial memoranda, and first-person written statements that list multiple individuals across politics, business, entertainment, and philanthropy within reported disclosures and correspondence summaries. Before I break this down, please give this video a like, subscribe to my channel down below if you are new, and turn on my post notifications so you never miss a new video. Now, I had the displeasure of reading many of these documents, and I'll summarize each one briefly so you can see how wicked the tip of the iceberg really is. The first shocking piece of evidence is the name of Epstein's bank account, which goes by the name Baal, the demon that the Bible mentions that demanded human sacrifice. The document states, please wire $11,438 from the above account to Baal, name Wachovia Bank, NA. A very weird title to call your bank account, but given the fact that these are child monsters and children were sacrificed to this demon, it makes sense. The next document shows that Epstein was receiving torture videos from a redacted contact. Where are you? Are you okay? I loved the torture video. Just in that document alone raises so many concerning questions. We also see that Epstein had a baby-making ranch in New Mexico, where women not of age were used as human incubators, with one of the victims writing about it in detail in her diary. Controlled all by Jeffrey, and go to New Mexico? What in the hell? He is now controlling everything. Superior gene pool? Why me? I miss the person I was before I was made into what feels as a human incubator. But if you think that's evil, it gets even worse. George H.W. Bush, the 41st President of the United States, was also implicated after forcing himself on a male victim and proceeding to ritualistically sacrifice him by cutting off his feet, as well as babies being dismembered with their intestines being removed and them eating the feces from their intestines. Yes, I said that correctly, and it's sick. Thanks, I didn't realize Bush R'd him too. Okay, he was a victim of a type of ritualistic sacrifice, in which his feet were cut with a scimitar but left no scarring. On the yacht, he witnessed babies being dismembered, their intestines removed, and individuals eating the feces from these intestines. He was also R'd by George Bush I. However, US presidents weren't the only ones that were implicated. British royalty was as well. Prince Andrew also tortured a victim and proceeded to have the victim unalived right after, with even photo evidence of the night that it happened. The document says, back in the 90s, Ghislaine Maxwell recruited a girl for a modeling career. Instead of modeling, she was sold as a slave for sex and torture. Prince Andrew was an accessory to her death as he tortured her and me to force her murder. That's just absolutely disgusting. But then it also exposes fake philanthropists like Bill Gates. Bill Gates was also implicated after receiving STDs from hookers, as well as asking how he could slip antibiotics into his wife's meals so that way she wouldn't contract them from him. The email says, to facilitating his illicit trysts, from helping Bill get drugs in order to deal with the consequences of sex with Russian girls. Your STD, your request that I provide you antibiotics that you can surreptitiously give to Melinda. Jay-Z was also implicated after being present during an abduction of a victim, where the victim was assaulted by Harvey Weinstein while Jay-Z watched it happen. The account says, later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, Jay-Z, while Weinstein had inserted his fingers into the victim. After this point in the account, the document describes the individual regaining consciousness in a room with multiple high-profile figures present. Now that's a lot of insane information given in a short time, but there's something that we can learn here. Because the question is, why is all of this information being revealed? The answer is pretty simple. God is exposing all of these wicked people in this hour to shatter the idols that people have created out of popular figures who are some of the most morally satanic depraved people to ever exist. Jesus tells us in Luke 8:17, for nothing is secret that will not be revealed, nor anything hidden that will not be known and come to light. It seems like God's judgment is finally coming to these people where everything hidden is coming to light. They may worship the prince of darkness, the devil, but we worship the Prince of Peace, Jesus Christ, who holds the world in his hands and is exposing these wicked people before he returns to judge the earth and burn it with fire. The line has been clearly drawn, and you have to choose who you're going to serve, the devil and his pawns or Jesus Christ, the Alpha and the Omega, because God is exposing all of this in hopes that you will return back to him.